The dog drops the rope toy beside your foot, steps back, and stares at your hand while your thumb keeps moving across the phone. Her tail gives one careful sweep. Her eyes move from your face to the toy and back. You already fed her. You already walked her. There is a chew on the floor and a soft bed in the corner. So the obvious explanation is simple. She wants attention, or she is bored, or she wants the toy thrown one more time. But this is not just boredom. The toy is only the doorway. The real request is social play. Let's begin. Most owners treat play like a reward, something extra, something after training, after the walk, after the important needs are handled. And that makes sense from the human side. Food feels essential. Sleep feels essential. A walk feels essential. Play feels optional because it looks light. It looks like fun. It looks like something a dog can do by herself if the house is full of toys. But that is the misunderstanding. Your dog is not always asking for more stuff. She may be trying to close a biological loop that only another living partner can complete. Social play. That is the hidden mechanism. Social play is not the object in the dog's mouth. It is the back and forth exchange around the object. You pull, she pulls. You pause, she waits. You run away, she chases. She wins the toy, then brings it back because winning alone is not the full point. The toy starts the game, but the relationship keeps the game alive. Jaak Panksepp described a play system in mammals. In simple terms, it is the brain's push toward chase, tug, wrestling, pausing, switching roles, and coming back. You can see it when your dog bows low, springs sideways, and checks whether you joined. She is not asking for a prize. She is inviting you into a brain system built for social contact. The name for this is not cute attention seeking. It is a real biological system. The owner sees a dog with a toy. The dog's body is asking for chase, tug, pause, return, and response. The difference matters because a toy alone can keep the mouth busy, but it cannot answer the social part of the request. A dog can chew alone. She can toss a plush toy into the air. She can run around the yard with a ball. Those things can help, but they are not reciprocal play. Reciprocal means the game goes both ways. The dog acts, you answer. The dog adjusts, you answer again. That is what builds timing. That is what teaches the body that excitement can rise without becoming unsafe. Open loop. This is why a dog can have a full bowl, a long walk, and a pile of toys, and still keep bringing the rope to your knee at night. From the outside, it can look like pestering. From the dog's side, the day is unfinished. The food need was answered. The movement need was answered. The sleep need will be answered later. But the social play loop is still open. Picture a dog walking through a living room with a stuffed squirrel in her mouth. Two people are sitting there. One pats the sofa. One calls her name. She ignores both and places the toy beside the person who usually tugs with her. Then she backs up, lowers her front legs, and waits. The owner interpretation is favoritism. She has chosen her favorite person. But the mechanism is more precise. She has chosen the person who completes the play pattern. That person pulls with the pressure she understands. That person lets her win without ending the game. That person pauses before she gets too high. That person laughs, reaches again, and turns the object back into an exchange. The dog is not only choosing affection, she is choosing rhythm. The contrast is simple. Toy alone. The dog chews, shakes, and drops the object. Social play. The dog watches your body, adjusts her bite, waits for the pause, and returns to restart. One uses the object, the other uses the relationship. When you see that difference, the behavior changes meaning. The dog is not demanding entertainment. She is asking for contact in a form her brain understands. Ethologists, researchers who study animal behavior, have long described play signals. Dogs use loose bodies, play bows, pauses, soft mouths, and quick returns to show that rough movement is still only a game. You can see this when your dog pulls hard on a rope, then suddenly loosens, glances at you, and waits for the next move. That pause is not random. It is communication inside play. This is why rough play is often misunderstood. The dog growls around the tug toy. She shakes her head. She jumps sideways and bumps your leg. The sound gets loud, and the owner thinks, "This is too much. If I allow this, I will create a wild dog." So the game ends as soon as it becomes intense. Sometimes that is necessary if the dog cannot stay safe. But intensity by itself is not the problem. The real question is whether the dog can pause, release, soften, and return. Safe excitement. Rough play with no structure can become chaotic, but rough play with signals and rules can teach the opposite of chaos. The dog learns that excitement can have edges. She learns that teeth on skin end the game. She learns that releasing the toy does not mean the fun disappears forever. She learns that the human hand near the toy is not a threat. She learns that power can switch sides and still remain safe. This is where the signals matter. Loose body, play bow, soft mouth, quick return, and releasing when asked are signs that the game is still safe. Stiff body, hard stare, grabbing skin, inability to pause, or escalating after the game stops are signs that the dog needs help coming down. The goal is not to scare owners away from tug or chase. The goal is to show what healthy play looks like. A real tug game makes this visible. The dog grabs the rope and pulls. You pull back. She braces her front paws and growls in a playful way. Then you pause. She loosens. You say the release cue. She drops a toy for half a second. You invite her back in. She explodes into the game again, but the body stays loose. That is not a dog losing control. That is a dog practicing control while excited. The practical implication is not to remove rough and tumble play. It is to shape it. Use a toy long enough to keep teeth away from skin. Start with short rounds. Pause before the dog tips into frantic energy. Reward releases and returns. If teeth hit skin, the game stops quietly for a moment. Then it restarts when the body is softer. The dog does not learn that excitement is forbidden. She learns how to carry excitement safely with you. Now compare that to a different evening. The dog has been restless since dinner. She moved from the window to the hallway. She shoved the rope into your lap. She barked once at nothing obvious. You took her on a longer walk because you thought the problem was extra energy. She sniffed, pulled, came home, drank water, and 10 minutes later started moving around the room again. The obvious explanation is still energy. More walking, more running, more physical tiredness. But this is not only an exercise problem. It can be an unfinished social loop. The delayed explanation matters because many owners have lived this exact night. The dog is not sprinting. She is not simply under-exercised. She is unsettled in a specific way. Her body keeps looking for response. A walk moved her legs, but it did not necessarily answer the social play system. Then you sit on the floor for 15 minutes with a rope toy. She tugs, releases, chases you 3 steps, spins back, and drops into a play bow. You let her win, then invite the return. Afterward, she walks to the rug, circles twice, and lies down with one long breath. The owner thinks, "Finally, I tired her out." But the deeper mechanism is different. She completed the social cycle. Calm return. Play deprivation research in social animals points to a simple pattern. When normal play is missing, animals can become more reactive and less flexible. At home, that can look like barking faster, grabbing harder, bothering another dog too intensely, or struggling to settle after exercise. The dog may not need only more distance walked. She may need a better kind of exchange. The difference is simple. On one side, the dog gets a longer walk but comes home restless, still searching for contact. On the other side, the dog gets a shorter walk plus real reciprocal play and settles with a softer body. One activity moves the legs. The other helps the body rise, connect, and return. That word, body, matters. In real play, the dog goes up into excitement, but the game keeps telling her she is safe. Pause, release, return, chase, stop, start. The dog learns that arousal, which means rising body energy, can move through her without becoming panic or conflict. That is one reason play can calm a dog in a way that simple exhaustion cannot. When play is missing, the clues can be easy to misread. Toy shoving after dinner, demand barking, sock stealing, rough pestering of another dog, restless pacing after enough exercise. These are not automatic proof that play is the only problem, but they are signals worth reading. The dog may not be asking for more objects. She may be asking for a completed exchange. This is where the guilt has to become useful, not heavy. If you have ignored the toy many times, that does not make you a bad owner. It makes you normal. People are tired. Life is full. But the new information changes what the toy means. It is not a random interruption. It is a small request for a specific kind of contact. So the response can be simple. Stop for a short, real interval. Make the game reciprocal. Include a pause. Let the dog return. End before the body becomes frantic. This is not about performing perfectly. It is about making the dog's request readable and safe. A good starting point is 15 minutes of reciprocal social play most days. Not because 15 minutes is magic, but because it is small enough to do and large enough to matter. If the day is full, split it. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 after work, 5 before the evenings settle. If you are exhausted, lower the athletic demand instead of removing the social part. Drag a toy while sitting on the floor. Hide a toy behind your knee and let her find it. Play gentle tug from the couch with a long rope. Use your timing, your voice, and your attention. Different dogs will choose different doorways into the mechanism. A herding dog may love chase in sudden turns. A retriever may love carrying the toy back into your hands. A small, older dog may want a soft toy rolled across the floor in a gentle, fake grab. A shy dog may need you to reach slowly, miss on purpose, and let her take the toy away. The style changes. The hidden need stays. The dog wants a partner on the other side. When your dog brings the toy again, she is not asking you to become her entertainment system. She is not asking for a perfect game, a new product, or an hour of your energy. She is asking whether the relationship is available in a form her body understands. The object begins the sentence. Your response finishes it. Play is not the reward after your dog's needs are met. Play is one of the needs.